like a battery. I'm staying charged on my feet, I'm like a factory. Dropping lines like an assembly. I'm staying on point.
How you doing, guys? Welcome to ZukaTube, and today we're going to be reviewing Titans Season 3, Episode 10, titled Troubled Water. Okay, so there's no little promos for this. I say it every time. I won't complain about it this time, though. But I'm going to go into a little summary action, play a couple clips, give you my review, go into some spoilers at the end and everything like that. But let's get right into it, right? Because this takes place right after the last episode where, well, not after the last episode, but the episode before that, right? Where they had the explosion from the Scarecrow at the main water distribution point over in Gotham, and it contaminated all the water in Gotham, or at least most of it already, right? And Gotham's going apeshit, and they want to shut the water off for like 5 days. And they show Jason and the Scarecrow going to one of Scarecrow's hideouts, and he sends a message to every device in the city blaming the Titans for the water being contaminated and says the Red Hood will save them. And they show Beast Boy reading about the Lazarus pit and everything, I guess with some of Jason's notes and some of the notes that are, I guess, able to be found within the manor there. And they show the rest of the Titans in the city trying to fight off almost like zombie-like maniacs that are infected with this toxin. And I'm going to show you what that looks like here.
Stay down.
Look at him, he's foaming out the mouth and shit. Like, my dude got rabies. Yeah, look at him. Super gross.
Maybe it wasn't a good idea, me staying here.
No, you got a $50,000 bounty on your head. It only makes things worse.
I got another one.
Oh, man. It's an axe man.
Oh, come on.
And they just keep coming. Then you got Blackfire over there. They're both fighting him at the same time. Look at Superboy, right? Watch this. Up. Look at that. The one tap. This dude could be running around at super speed and just be like tap, 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 knock everybody out, and they could be on their way. But no, they never utilize the powers that Superboy has. They just show him doing amazing things once in a blue moon, right? But they get surrounded by a ton of them after it, and they end up fleeing, right? And then they show Donna on her way back to Gotham, and she gets attacked by one of the Amazons, Lydia, who requested her be tested to see, you know, if she can be approved of being back into their world, right? So she gets put into this dream state for training. And then it goes back to Dick and Barbara, who meet up to talk about him turning himself in to get the city's trust back, you know, and all that stuff. And obviously this is a big, crazy issue that could go really wrong, but they're going to go for it. And they show Jason feeling duped and resenting like the whole thing, and Scarecrow trying to assure him it's all for this bigger picture, and he's going to be the new dude now. And dumbass Red Hood chants and crap like that happen. It's a little corny, right? And they tell Jason to go shopping, and he ends up like talking to Molly, and she wants him to run away with her, and he's not having it, obviously, right? And then Dick talks to the Titans about turning themselves into the police, right? And then after, I guess, they'll get arrested, they'll try to get out on bail, and then they'll just disappear. And before I go any further into this episode, you know, let me just give you my review. I'm going to give this a solid 5 out of 10. There's a lot of like plot holes and a lot of things I wasn't a huge fan with in this episode, especially after the end of the last episode. The last episode was really downhill for me for the season so far, and this one is not very good as well. I would say it feels a little bit better, you know, than the last episode in ways, but still, this is very mediocre to me, and they're going to have to do some things to really turn some things around for me and fill in some of these holes that I'm not really a huge fan of, but I'll get into that more as we go on. But let's get into the spoilers section, shall we? Spoilers. Okay, so Donna, right, beats Lydia, obviously, and they mend things, and Donna continues to Gotham, and Gotham PD makes some deals with the Red Hood, right? And the Titans go to turn themselves in, and the police attack them against Barbara's orders. And big-ass fight breaks out. Blackfire gets shot. Barbara helps them, and they all start to roll out, but, like, not together, right? And I'm going to play you a little clip of that whole situation.
Move in!
Stand down!
And nobody's listening to Barbara. She's supposed to be the commish. Damn, look who gets hit. So much for all that armor, I guess. What the hell kind of crap is that? So obviously they're all fighting now. They're not happy campers. Yeah. Oh, it's turning all green. It is cool that Beast Boy turns green.
Shoot it.
Damn, he got dranked. My dude got dranked up. But Superboy could just literally be clapping around like that. Like he's like giving everybody an applause, clear the room, and they could be out of there. Like you see him do shit like that. And that's the stuff that's a little ridiculous for me. Yeah, so they all got to get out of there. Yeah, but things go down. They be fighting, all kinds of stuff like that, right? And Starfire and Blackfire end up in a church. And so much for all the fancy armor once again, right? And Starfire's trying to heal her, and Blackfire just takes her powers. Just takes them. So obviously now Starfire is not happy with her or this whole situation, and Blackfire just bails on her. And Barbara, right, gets arrested for shooting the officer, but there was plenty of people there to witness, obviously, how that all went down. You know, but not all the PD is on her side and stuff, but we'll see how that goes, because that was a little weird. And they show like the city going crazy, and the military won't let Donna through in Gotham, but she decides she's not having that shit, and she forces her way through. And then Raven shows up and just finds Beast Boy, and they show Nightwing and Superboy hiding in a building, and it goes over, and Scarecrow and Jason are just like at Wayne Manor, and somehow know they're safe there for the time being somehow, although those guys, like the rest of the Titans and like nobody was killed or captured, but they feel comfortable enough to go to Wayne Manor and just hold the fort there. And Jason does a bunch of sad boy shit with like corny Scarecrow one-liners like present the whole time. Dumb. Once again, I'm giving this a 5 out of 10. This is a really weak episode with a bunch of really corny shit going on top of like the weird little like plot holes and stuff throughout it that I'm not a huge fan of. The way they're doing the pacing and the way they're changing up parts of the story, you know what I mean, to make this all work is just, oh man, it was off to a really good start. The first few episodes were really good, and it's just been on a slow decline, I feel like. And let's hope it doesn't end up like the last season was. So yeah, I don't know. I'm obviously looking forward to see what happens now, because you know the city's going out of control, and you know the like the city, now that it's totally like, I guess, locked down, they're all trapped in there, but they're all like enemy of the people type thing. So I want to see where that all goes, and I guess it's going to be like an all-out battle. We'll probably get some really good fights out of the deal at least, but I'm not really looking forward to the way they did this whole Red Hood Scarecrow thing, as well as the whole, I don't know, a lot of this just went a little corny with Jason entirely. I wanted to go more into that, but it's obvious it's corny. You watch it, and it's really, really corny shit. And the way Blackfire just can get shot, like, what's the point of wearing the fancy costume and the armor and all that if you can so easily be shot right through it? I don't know. There's a lot of little pet peeves I have here and there throughout the episode. But again, you know, this episode wasn't the best. The last episode, again, wasn't the best. This one I'm going to give a 5 out of 10. But tune in next week because I'm hoping it starts to go upwards from here rather than continues to go downward. All right, Zookatube out.
Now go get your tracks up. Homie, can I steal some? Homie, you can't stack up. My brother, can you shout me? You're barking up the wrong tree. My dog, why do you doubt me? Cause you can't do shit without me.
Real like the radio and never play it, but that's cool. The enemy's supposed to hate it.